Good evening and welcome everybody. It is Wednesday, hump day. And thank you and welcome to Questionable Sports. My name is Jesse and I will be your host until I'm done talking to you. How are we doing this evening? You know how we do it here. Let's start off right. Cheers. Ah, woo. I haven't taken a shot since Saturday. How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get this party started. So let's see what we got today to talk about. Topics of the day. Welcome. I've already welcomed y'all. Welcome to mi casa. We're gonna be talking about tonight's game. We're gonna start things a little different today. Scotty's gonna come on early today. We're gonna talk about some college football. Two early conference champs. That's what we're gonna be doing. Scotty's got some stuff to talk about. You know, he always got something to say. That's if he gets on. He's supposed to be on at 7. Then we're going to do hot seat or not. That's in college football. We're not going to talk about a bunch of schools, just a couple of them. Just a couple of coaches that might have might be in a hot seat. And then we're going to switch over to Miguel's going to join. We're going to talk Mavs for the remainder. We'll do the question of the day. Then we'll put a shot on this segment. And then the last word, because it is my show, because I'll have the last word. So, anyways, how are we doing today? Let me see if Scotty's joined yet. Not yet. But, you know, it's all good. That's why I start doing with what we got going on tonight. So tonight's games, we got NBA. We got the Lakers and Cavs that already started at 6. We got the Celtics and Pacers. And I'm not doing every game. I'm just doing some of the, you know, maybe the popular games that people might want to watch. I'm not sure if you're interested or not. Celtics Pacers that start at 6 o'clock as well, which has already started on ESPN. And Spurs and Thunders at 8:30 on ESPN too. That's gonna be right after the Celtics and Pacers game. So if you're into basketball, you want something to watch tonight, there's some games right there to watch. Mavs do not play tonight. They played the last 2 nights, and they won both games. So Major League Baseball, we got the Yankees and Dodgers playing right now. They ain't started yet. They're going to start at 7:08. So Dodgers are up 3-1 on the Yankees. Yankees won finally last night. I'm still going Dodgers. I've never been a Yankees fan. I remember. I don't know if y'all remember when the Rangers were going to their World Series. The first one of the back-to-back they went to, they both lost that one. But the first one, when they struck out A-Rod to go to the World Series, that was the best feeling. That was so awesome. Sucks that they didn't win. They didn't win to last year, but it's all good. It was worth the wait. NHL, no Stars games again tonight. You know what's crazy is I was watching the Stars. Hey mom, how you doing today? Thank you for joining. Um, I was watching the Stars. They played Saturday. That was their last game was Saturday. They don't play again until Friday. They almost go a whole week without a game. That's crazy. I don't know why they did their schedule like that. But yeah, they don't play again until Friday. So if you want to watch any NHL games, the Golden Knights and the Kings play. They're actually going to play on TNT tonight. So basketball is going to be on ESPN. Hockey is going to be on TNT. And what's crazy is they'll switch. NHL will be on TNT. No, NHL will be on ESPN, and then basketball is going to switch to TNT. That's pretty funny. We do got college football, of course. We got Jacksonville State versus Liberty. That's already started. I can tell you who's winning that one if you care for college football, which I do. Jackson State's beating Liberty 14-7. I don't know if y'all remember last week, Liberty was playing Kennesaw State. They're actually playing right now. I'm actually have that game on right now. They're playing Kennesaw State, and they beat Liberty to have their first ever win in college football because they were a Division II school. This year was their first year becoming a Division I school, so they got their first win. They're 1-6. They're actually tied right now. They're playing Western Kentucky, and they're tied 7-7. Western Kentucky's got a pretty good record too. They're 5-2, but so did Liberty. Liberty was undefeated until Kennesaw State beat them. So Uh, that's what we got going on tonight. Oh shoot, we're not ready for. We're not ready for that. We're not ready for the 12 p.m. What? What are you talking about? 12 p.m. Um, but yeah, so we got that's all we got. We got NFL tomorrow. You got oh, I think I heard Scotty join. Is that right, Scotty?
Yes.
I knew it. I can hear him. Tomorrow you got the Texans and the Jets playing tomorrow. They play at 12 out from Friday. Okay. I don't know why they're playing this. It's weird. Their schedule's weird. I was just telling them, Scotty, how the Stars played last Saturday. They don't play again until I guess Friday.
Yeah.
So it was weird. I'm not sure why they went almost a whole week with before they're playing again. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. We got Scotty. Scotty, thank you for joining.
All right.
Like I said, Scotty's joining early today. He's leaving early. He's got, I think he said he had a meeting with Jerry Jones or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
That part ownership.
same part ownership. Uh, but yeah, so since Scotty's here, like I said, we're gonna be talking about um two early conferences champs. Scotty, before we get started with that, how have you been, sir?
I'm good.
And how are the Giants doing? Are they making you mad yet?
Well, it's. I looked. I saw a stat that showed the last since 2017
Uh huh.
and all their first 8 games. It was 1-7, 1-7, 2-6, 2-6,
So they start off cold.
and then 2002 was 6-2, and that was the year that they made the playoffs. That was
Uh,
Daniel Jones's
second year,
rookie
maybe.
year, I think, or
Yeah.
second year,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then they were like last year they were 2-6, I think, and then same this year.
Mm-hmm. Scotty,
Uh,
my mom said, "Hey, Scotty, how's it going?"
hello.
She also says that's why he's leaving early. He has to go talk to the coach of the Giants. So, but yeah, Scotty. So we're gonna get, I guess,
Yeah.
get started with the two early conference champions. I don't know if you're ready or not.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. We'll start off. I just went kind of top to bottom. I did every conference they had except the independent, and I did do Pac-12, but they only have two schools in it. It's a really Pac-2 right now. Until next year, they're gonna have what our next couple of years they should be building up their conference back up.
Okay. I thought you were just doing
Well, I,
the
I did
big
all of them
four,
because I
but
forgot if we decided which ones we were gonna do. So I was
I
like, well,
don't
let me
think we
do all
got
of
to
them just to be ready.
discuss. But yeah, I mean, I can give you my what G5 team I think is gonna make the playoffs,
Okay, that's fine. Let's
which
do
will
that.
probably be the winner of the Mountain West Conference,
That's fine.
most likely.
That is fine, sir. All right, we'll start off with the ACC. Scotty, who you got in the ACC?
Uh, I don't know. Right now I'm gonna go with Miami,
Yeah,
unless they completely fall apart. I mean, really, their only other team that I think would be Clemson.
yeah. Well, Clemson's been coming
That
on
would
strong.
yeah, they started out kind of slow, but they've been getting better each week. So they're gonna give definitely gonna be a handful for Miami.
Yeah, but yeah. Like I said, Clemson's been coming on strong lately. But the only thing with Miami, I picked Miami as well. But the only thing with Miami is they've been having a lot of close games. They've been pulling them out, but they've been having a
Yeah.
lot of close games. So I appreciate y'all watching. We got 5 people watching right now. Scotty,
All right.
they're mostly here for you, not for me. Because as soon as you leave, they'll probably all leave. Um, so and anybody watching that I send the invite out to, if you want to send that link I sent to y'all, go ahead and copy it, paste it, whatever, and pass it on to the next person. Let them know me and Scotty on here talking shit about their school. All right, Scotty. Moving on to the Big 12. Who do you got in the Big 12?
Oh, I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with Iowa State.
Ooh, Iowa State. Good pick. Iowa State. Yeah, they've always been good. I mean, no matter what year, even if they're one of
Yeah,
the sorriest schools in the Big 12, they play every team hard. Um,
yeah, they're. I think they're undefeated right now, aren't
yeah,
they?
they are. Yes, they are. Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah, but I'm gonna go with BYU. BYU, the way they kicked Kansas State's ass the other day, or not the other day, a few
yeah,
weeks ago. I'm like, ooh, they've been kicking everybody's
yeah.
ass. And
Yeah, they've been pretty solid.
I was looking at the Big 12. So I was looking at when I was looking at who was going to be the Big 12 championship. I was looking at the Big 12. There's actually so Iowa State and BYU are both undefeated. If BYU falters to anybody, there's an opportunity where there's maybe four teams that are tied with the same record and same conference record. So
Yeah,
I don't know if they how the Big 12 handles that, because are they going to go by what their rank is, and that's how they're going to decide who's going to play the Big 12, or how do they
yeah,
do that?
yeah. I mean, it'd be yeah, because I mean, Colorado's still in it.
It's Colorado, Kansas State, uh, Iowa, and
BYU.
BYU. So those four schools are
Yeah,
actually in it. There's more that are still in it, but they got a lot that has to happen for them to actually get in there. But those
yeah,
four schools are the ones for the fighting for the Big 12 right now. So, but yeah, I
yeah,
was looking at that. I was like, oh my gosh, imagine if that happens. That would be so awesome. Like I said, I like controversy. Ain't nothing better to me
yeah.
than that. So, but yeah, I went with
Yeah.
BYU. I feel like BYU is a
It'd
stronger team. Go ahead, Scotty.
be interesting to see if when it comes to playoff time, if they how many a Big 12 gets in because they'll probably would they pick a two-loss SEC team over a one-loss Big 12 team?
That's true. That's true. That's a topic that we definitely, when it becomes closer to the playoffs, that's something we really need to talk about. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, of course, you're going to kind of favor the SEC because they do have stronger competition, but
Yeah,
at the same time, I mean, if you have Alabama who's right, they have two losses right now. They went out, but their loss was to a Vanderbilt team, and you have a one loss, Kansas State who lost. The only loss was to BYU. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So you have their loss was to a high ranked team, and you have Alabama losing to a unranked Vanderbilt team at the time, and they're still kind of unranked because they lost to Texas.
yeah,
So I mean that's that's the thing with college football. You can always have that moment where you're gonna be like, well, what about this? And you're like, oh
yeah.
shit, that can actually happen. The Big Ten, Scotty.
I'm gonna go with Penn State.
Mm,
It's gonna be a tough one. I think whoever wins this week, Ohio State or Penn State, I think they're probably gonna have a really good chance of winning the Big Ten.
yeah. Well, I think the Big Ten they do the top best two records, right? They do
I
the
think so.
yeah. So it could be we could have an Oregon Ohio State game again, which the first game was awesome if y'all watched it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Or we can even Oregon could even can falter, because Oregon's tend to choke every now and then. Uh,
yeah,
so you can have another Penn State Ohio State game. You know,
yeah. They can play.
so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go with. I mean, I like your pick, Penn State, because I like Penn State. And if I was going with my heart, I would have picked Penn State. But I'm not. I'm going to go with Oregon on that one. I feel like Oregon
Yeah,
is a really strong team right now. Their offense is really coming along. Now, once they face a defense, and Ohio State was supposed to have a good defense, but
yeah.
they didn't slow down Oregon. I was like,
Well,
well,
Penn
what?
State. I don't know. If, I don't think they play Penn State, do they?
I don't think so. And I think that would be a
But
great matchup
because
in a
because
championship game.
Penn State blitzes more than any other team.
And they have the corners and safeties to block up any receiver.
Yeah,
They one thing about Penn State, a lot of people don't realize is they a lot of their corners go to the NFL, and they may not be a number one pick or anything, but they get drafted out of Penn State, so that's
Oh
not
yeah.
it's not their first rodeo. So, all right, moving right along, Scotty, to the hardest one, the SEC.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, going by right now, I would have said Texas, but the last couple of games they haven't really looked impressive. Um, though right now I'm gonna go Georgia.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Georgia too. I mean, like you just said, Texas offense that's what's really struggled. Their defense is still playing solid, and that's what I think that's what's helping them and keeping them in the game.
But oh
But
yeah,
their offense is really struggling. I'm hoping, and I think, and I've said this before. If you followed Texas, and a lot of y'all know have are fans, if you follow Texas, you would know that Ewers is an up and down quarterback, and this is the time he's normally down. So at the beginning of the
yeah,
season, he's hot. Middle of the season, he'll cool off, but then towards the end of the season, he'll pick it back up. So hopefully, once they get to Texas A&M game, they can pick it up. If they beat Texas A&M, you know what? I might switch my Georgia pick to Texas, but
oh yeah,
they got to get past that Texas A&M team that's rolling right now, and they're gonna be
yeah,
playing. We're not jumping that far ahead, but they're playing at Kyle Field, Texas A&M, 12th man. Oh, that's gonna be tough, and it's gonna be jumping.
oh yeah,
So, you said you're doing the Mountain West Conference. Is your next one?
yeah. I was gonna pick. I think that's who. I think the winner of the Mountain West most likely will get the G5 spot.
So let me say this, with Boise going undefeated, and I get it, they have a little tougher opponents in their conference. But what if Army
Yeah.
goes undefeated?
If who?
Army, they got,
Oh,
they win their championship, of
yeah.
course, and they win
Oh,
out.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that they could get in.
Well, but think about it. How crazy would that be? Army being in the damn playoff.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance.
And if
But
Boise
yeah, I
didn't play
mean,
very well last week, was it last week or the week before? Last couple of weeks they didn't play very well. So imagine if they lose again, and then you have another team with like I said,
yeah.
maybe even Navy. They had that one loss that may be Army in the Army Navy game. Or do they get in?
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
Because look, this is what I got for the the AAC, American Atlantic Conference. I have Navy winning over an Army. So one loss Navy or one loss Boise. Now, yeah, you're going to take Boise because they have our stronger schedule, but
yeah.
I mean that'd be something to look at.
I
So
mean, UNLV's right there too.
yeah, I mean they have two losses though, but yeah, they're right there. They're a strong team
I
too, and
mean, yeah, I
they've
mean,
proven it, huh?
if Boise drops another one, then
True,
UNLV could
but
possibly sneak in there.
no, because they both have two losses, and Boise's beat them already. So Boise would have
Oh, yeah, that's true.
they'll have the
Yeah.
Boise have to drop two, and they have to win out to
I
get
mean,
in the
they may play each other in the
conference championship.
championship.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Um, so yeah, that's what we got for our way too early conference champions. I did, like I said, I went through all of them, but I couldn't remember. I told Scotty we're gonna do all of them. He said no, we were not. So we're stopping him right there. Um, so that's what we have. If y'all disagree, I don't give a shit because this is my show, not yours. No, I'm kidding. But I would love to hear what y'all have to think, and if y'all don't like our takes, tell me what you think. Let me know what y'all think. Two-run home run. I'm thinking the Yankees because I just looked and it was the bottom. It was the top of the first. Yeah, New York. Yeah, Yankees hit a 2-run home run. Um, Thank you, Kareem, for letting us know that. I greatly appreciate that. Moving right along, Scotty, are you ready for uh your time?
Yeah. My segment.
Your segment? There you go. It's time for
Yeah.
Scotty's selfish segment.
All right. We're going to switch gears here. We're going to talk a little bit about college basketball, which is starting up in next week or so, I believe. They've already been playing some exhibition games. Anyway, I'm gonna go through the way too early top 25, starting with number 25. This is from ESPN. So number 25, they have Rutgers. 24 is UCLA. 23, Kentucky. 22 is Texas. 21 is Florida. 20 is Ole Miss. 19 is Cincinnati. 18 Indiana. 17 is Marquette. 16 is Purdue. 15 is Creighton. 14 is Arkansas. 13 is Tennessee. 12 is A&M. 11 Auburn. 10 North Carolina. 9 Arizona. 8 Duke. 7 Iowa State. 6 Baylor. 5 Gonzaga. 4 Houston. 3 UConn. 2 Alabama. And number 1, of course, is Kansas. Who they
Yeah.
always seem to start out as number 1, but then they
Yeah.
fall
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Another home run was hit by New York. So listening to that,
They're
I
in
mean,
desperation.
huh?
They're in desperation mode now.
Yeah, they're swinging for the fences. It seems like, um, listening to that, it feels like, um, it's normally the same teams in the top 25 in college. But
Yeah.
at least the top 15, you're gonna have Duke, North Carolina, Baylor's always
Oh,
there, Gonzaga's around there somewhere, Kansas is
yeah.
always tops. So yeah,
Yeah, they're usually pretty close to the top.
yeah. We you know what, Scotty? Let's do a later in the year. Let's do a our brackets online,
Oh yeah.
and we'll stream
Yeah.
it. Let's do that. We're gonna do so. It won't be right now.
Sounds
When
good.
March Madness comes around in March, well, me and Scotty would do a bracket online together, and by then I'll be more tech savvy, and maybe I'll be able to show you Scotty's bracket at the same time
Yeah.
as mine. So, uh, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. You know, I don't really keep up with college basketball like that, but I do watch it when March Madness comes around, and I highly recommend. I mean, I know we're way away from there right now, but I highly recommend just doing it for fun because it's actually really fun to do it because they'll actually have you watching games and rooting for teams you never even knew. Am I right,
Yeah.
Scotty?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really fun. So I highly recommend doing that in March when the March Madness comes around. Again, I'll remind y'all. Maybe if I'll do one, and then if you want to join, just let me know, and we can all just do one here on the stream, and we can just figure it out. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I greatly appreciate that, Scotty.
All right.
Let me do this real quick. There we go. Had to switch my cameras. So the next thing we had going on was hot seat or not. That's what we got going on. So this, well, I don't have a lot of schools. I just came up with a couple of them, but one of them I'm gonna let Scotty talk about. But let me do the one. I'll ask you, Scotty, first. Tell me if you think the quarterback's on the hot seat or not quarterback, coach. And this one is, I think, fairly obvious, but we'll say it anyways, just to be fair. We won't be nobody say we're not fair around here. But Florida State, you think Florida State coach is in the hot
Yeah.
seat?
Yeah. What's his name? Uh,
Norvell.
Norvell. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be surprised if he's still there. Next year. I'll be very surprised if he's still there next year. I know he's got some time left on his contract. I forget how. I think it was 22 million or something like that. If that they would have to pay out.
But is that if they fire him
But
now or if they fire him at the end of the year?
uh, I'm not sure.
Oh, now what's crazy? Now if they keep him, I asked myself if they keep him as a coach, do you respect the school? You're like, oh, you gotta respect that. At least they're giving him a chance. Are you gonna sit there and be
Yeah,
like, damn, they're done for keeping him?
I mean, if I think if he does stay there, I think they're gonna have a very hard time recruiting
Okay.
next year.
Give me 1 second, Scotty. The next one um is is USC. I'm sorry.
Oh, USC.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley.
Uh,
So
yeah, I mean,
with the record is 3-5 and no 4-4, and in conference are two
four and
and
four
four.
right now.
And yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I read the last 3 years. Um, they've been getting worse. The record. Um, it wouldn't surprise me if he's there. I mean, if he's on the hot seat, but it wouldn't surprise me if they gave him one more year.
yeah.
I think.
So you think he's still got one
I
more
don't think
year?
it. I don't know if it'd be this year. I think next year he'd be for sure on the hot seat if they don't if he doesn't turn things around.
Like I said this before. I just I just feel like I think he's a good offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's a I think no, I think he's a great offensive coordinator. But head coach, I think he's okay. I think
Yeah,
he's a good
his
head coach.
defense his defenses have been horrible.
Yeah, he's never put together a defense. And I remember, was it last year? Yeah, last year, beginning of the year, how ESPN was blowing them up, talking about they were one of the best defense they've ever seen after playing
Yeah.
Utah State and San Diego State and this rinky-dink schools, talking about how they're the best the defense they've ever seen. I'm like, are you kidding me? They ain't played nobody. And then once they started playing in their conference, then they started realizing this defense ain't that good. But
Yeah.
nobody on their experts at ESPN came out and said, oh, you know what, we were wrong about their defense.
Yeah.
So but Scotty, go ahead and say what the last guy you said that kind of got us into the hot seat or not.
Yeah. Well, I have one before that.
Oh, go ahead.
Actually, I think yesterday that Brent Venables from Oklahoma,
Uh huh.
he's possibly on the hot seat. They just fired or he just fired the offensive coordinator last week, and their still offense is still trash.
Yeah. I mean, what?
Um,
Who's gonna run the
but
offense then?
they if they do fire him, he would. I think it was 44 million he has left on his
Dang.
contract, but they could pay him out in 5 years, like
Oh.
installments.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So I think, I mean, I don't know if they're going to do it this year. I think they may wait.
yeah. What I think is that's another one. He's vice versa. He's a great defensive coordinator and an okay
Yeah,
coach. You know, put them two
yeah,
together and get you a head coach who all you got to do is just stand there and look pretty, and then you
uh,
you might you might have something there.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean Venerable. I think he's a great defensive coordinator. Don't get me wrong,
Oh
but
yeah,
as a head coach, he just can't seem to get the team together. He can't recruit no
no,
offensive players, and the offensive players he's recruiting is is not working with
yeah,
their
yeah.
offensive scheme
Yeah, I've
at
been through
Oklahoma.
what 3 quarterbacks this year.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, go ahead with that. I didn't know that one, Scott. That's a good one. Thank you for bringing that one up.
Yeah,
I know a lot of
last one is
Texas fans like to hear about Oklahoma losing their coach.
yeah, their offense has been atrocious
Oh, it's
this
been
year.
terrible. Yeah, it's been terrible. It's like a Division 2 offense.
Yep. All
But go ahead
right.
with your other one.
The last one was one we talked about. hypothetically the other day. I said possibly Ryan Day from Ohio State, um, especially if they lose to Michigan again or Michigan and Penn State, because he's 0-3 against Michigan right now,
Yeah.
and I think Ohio State fans are getting a little impatient. So yeah, I think if they drop a game with either Penn State or Ohio State, I mean Michigan, they could he could be on the hot seat.
Oh man, that would be crazy too. Um, for them to fire him. I mean, he's had winning seasons. He just hasn't gotten
Oh yeah,
over the hump of
yeah,
the winning the big games.
yeah, yeah. He always has the same with Oregon. He has tough. They have tough winning the big games.
Yeah. So yeah, that one was we were talking at work Monday. Me and a couple of Tom Bout. Thanks for joining. Um, about college football, and we are talking about some of the coaches that might lose their job. We're talking about Florida State, and then Scotty came out of nowhere where it says, "What about Day?" And I was like, and he started explaining what he was just saying right now about not ever getting over the hump, and you start thinking about that, you're like, oh shit, you have a good ass point there. He's been doing it a
Yeah,
while. But this is one thing
the
that me and Scotty said was, um, Day was handed the team. He was handed a team. He's never been an organization or a team that was sorry, and he built himself. So he literally was
yeah,
handed a great team, and he just managed to maintain that greatness.
yeah,
That's the same thing that's happened with Lincoln Riley. He's always had great teams. He was handed a great team in Oklahoma, and when he saw himself that Texas was better than him, so he jumped ship and went to USC. But he's never really made USC great.
no,
He just maintaining where they're at. So
they're
it's
actually getting worse.
yeah. Now they're actually getting worse, and people are trying to see, hey, he's not a guy that builds teams very well. You're never going to find another coach like Nick Saban. It's that's it.
Yeah,
That's it's over. But Scotty, I greatly appreciate you being here today.
yeah,
I know you got things to do today.
good to be
Um,
here.
we're still going. We're still live, people. We ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Scotty's got to go. He's got things to do. He's got to go talk to Jerry Jones about being part owner. Nah,
Yep.
but greatly appreciate I greatly appreciate you being here today, Scotty. We'll see you
All
on
right.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll see you Tuesday.
See ya.
All right, bye.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new person joining the stream, the show. We got somebody new. If y'all could just give him a warm welcome, not a warm welcome to Miguel. Miguel, you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm right here. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you. You sound good to me. I don't know about what you
All
sound
right.
like to everybody else. Oh, you got to pause. So thank you, Miguel. So Miguel, let me tell
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Let me tell y'all something about Miguel. Miguel is my co-worker. He is a huge Mavs fan. So he's my go-to Mavs fan when I have a question about the Mavs. So I was like, hey man, how about you come on the show and talk Mavs? And he was like, how much you paying me? I was like, damn, I ain't got no money.
Yes, sir. I'm here to talk about my contract.
Damn, somebody pay me too. So thank you, man. I greatly appreciate you joining today. First things first, man. I guess tell us a little bit about yourself. What do what sports you like? What teams you like? We're all ears right now.
Mavs, Rangers, Stars. That's it.
What about the Cowboys?
Uh, I'm not the biggest football fan, but I'll watch the Cowboys.
Okay, so you stick to just basketball, baseball, and hockey.
Yeah, yeah,
So which one is it?
Prefer-
Basketball first,
yeah. For sure, basketball first.
and then was it hockey or baseball?
Uh, Baseball.
All right, we got my mom saying hi, Miguel,
Hello.
and then I'm guessing Amy is your
Yeah,
girlfriend. She's clapping for
yeah,
you.
she's on. Yeah, she's on
Okay,
there.
and she's clapping for you. Um, so I know, and another thing about Miguel, he likes cars. He gets a new car every other year.
I'm waiting on a new contract so I can get another car.
Damn it. So we'll start off with the first question I have for you about the Mavs. How do you think the Mavs look so far this season?
Uh, I, I I think they're looking pretty good. I mean, the the offense isn't clicking yet, and they're still finding ways to win games. So I like what I'm seeing.
I mean, it's still early. You have and like you said, they're trying to find ways to win games. I was watching last night's game and it was closer. It was closer than I thought it was going to be. But I mean, how about that shot that Luka put up in the fourth, late in the fourth? I'm like this. It was almost sounded like the identical one he did in the playoffs.
That's what he does.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I was watching the game. I watched that one. I didn't watch the Suns one, but I watched opening game, and I watched last night's game. And yeah, it's and you can tell that they're still trying to fill each other out. What do you feel? How you feel about Klay Thompson?
Uh, I I mean, in my opinion, he fits in perfectly.
So and
And like one of my main concerns was that our defense would fall off, but I think they've been playing pretty decent defense.
you know who surprised me so far watching is PJ Washington. I mean, I knew he was kind of solid at defense, but I feel like he was just really um, playing hard yesterday. He had a couple of blocks yesterday.
Yeah, he just looks more comfortable with the ball.
Yeah, yeah,
He can defend. He can attack off the dribble. He can shoot. He can do it all.
yeah. Next question. What player are you excited to see this season? I mean, yeah, we're gonna say Clay and we're gonna say Luca and Kyrie, but anybody else besides them?
Mm, I would say Quentin Grimes.
Quentin Grimes. Explain.
Yeah,
I don't know.
or the Josh Green replacement.
Oh, okay,
I don't
okay,
know. I just like the way he plays. He plays with a lot of energy. He's a shooter. He's athletic. He's a good wing defender.
okay. And who was that guy that they brought in? Was that him that they brought in late in the game yesterday that stole the
Yeah.
ball?
No, that was Najee Marshall.
Oh, okay, okay. I know they were talking about how great of a defensive player he was. So,
Yeah, he's another one you want to watch as well.
okay. So yeah, I know like they brought him in from I want to say
Uh, the Pelicans,
Pelicans, yeah.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. I remember them saying that last night. So yeah, they say he was a really good defender. So and as they were saying that, he steals the ball. so um, so yeah, that's good to have some people off the bench like that. You know, I thought Powell was gone. I saw him on the bench yesterday. I thought he was gone.
Yeah, he's been upgraded to cheerleader.
He got promoted.
Yeah, but that's good. I mean, like
He's a
you
great
want
team
him.
player.
You want. Yeah, you want him to play garbage time.
Yeah,
You don't want him out there when games on the line.
yeah. But he's always been a great
That's
team
that's a
player.
luxury. That's a luxury to have.
Yeah, that really is.
This team's deep.
Yeah. Um, next question. How far do you think the Mavs can go this season?
Finals.
You think they go to the finals again?
I think they can go to the finals again.
Do you think they can win it this time, or do you think they just can get there again?
That's tough, man, because Boston's a whole other animal.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, Mavs. I mean, that one game they won when they were hitting their shots, they can win. It's just it's kind of hard to do that against Boston because they go on them little spurts and runs like they did, and it was hard.
Yeah, Boston gets points up quick.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I saw that. I was like, God damn. I blinked and we're down by 5, and then I blinked again and we're down by 10. So I was like, God damn it. So
Yeah, every player on Boston's roster is a shooter. They can all shoot.
that's that's crazy. Um, the next one. Let me jump to this one before 'cause I know I have a different question before that. But do you think this is a championship or bust team, or do you think that if they don't make it to the finals or win a championship, they can still do it next year?
Mm, I mean, obviously, I think the goal is to win the championship, but I think that they have a window of a couple of years to obtain that goal.
Yeah.
I don't think that I don't think that they have to this year,
Uh-huh.
but that's the goal. Like that's the goal.
Very nice. I would love for them to win another championship. I don't know if y'all watched the show the other night. Me and Cream were talking about Mark Cuban when they beat the Spurs. It wasn't even for the championship game. It was just they beat the Spurs, and it was that that Mavs always had that hump. They always had to get over, just like the Rangers always had that hump to get over the Yankees. Right now the Cowboys have the hump just to get in the playoffs or win a playoff game. Right now, that's the Cowboys hump. Back then, when I was really, really, really a huge Mavs fan, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still a huge Mavs fan, but when I was like watching it religiously, Spurs was always one of the playoffs that would knock the Mavs out. So one year that the Mavs beat the Spurs in the playoffs, me and Cream went out. I want to say, was it the championship game? It might have been the when they won the championship. It was when they won the championship against the Miami. Mark Cuban went out there and bought us all shots at the bar we were at. So, so that's one thing that it was pretty cool that year. But moving right along, another question: you think Luka could win MVP this year?
I think if Mavs can win 55 to 60 games, hopefully, I think he can.
Mm-hmm.
But he's up against competition, obviously. Jokic, SGA,
Mm-hmm.
they all have a pretty strong case.
My thing with Luka is, I mean, I like Luka. Of course, I'm biased because he's on the Mavericks, but he cries too much. You got to become that. I understand you're being a competitor, but you got to be that one. You got to be a fan favorite. That's how you get those MVP votes, extra MVP vote that you need. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I know it up
Yeah.
there. And where were they at yesterday?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I know Minnesota hates him because they kicked their ass last year, and he did it again yesterday. But you will want, when he makes that shot like he did yesterday, you will want fans to be like, "Damn, I hate him, but that was a badass shot." You know what I mean? You have that, like, I hate this guy, but you can't get mad at that.
Yeah, you gotta respect it.
Yeah, but it's hard sometimes when he's on the crying and bitching. I know that's him just being competitive, but you think that will hurt him in a MVP aspect?
I think so because it affects the game.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't get back on defense or he's frustrated, so he hunts for fouls.
yeah. I mean, he almost, remember yesterday, he almost turned the ball over because he was yelling at the ref. Not yelling, but really talking to the ref. And they almost turned the ball over there towards the end. So, but yeah, what else team? This is a little extra question. What else team out there besides the Celtics and the Mavs do you think is going to be a dangerous team to the Mavs?
Oklahoma City.
Do you think they're really good? What's
Yeah.
their record right now? If you know, I can look it up.
I'm not too sure. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with them to start the season.
Yeah, it's still early. It's still early. I mean,
Yeah.
damn it, I pressed the wrong button. But yeah, I just feel like they're undefeated. They're 3-0. Yeah, I felt like
Okay.
they had a good team last year, but I think the Mavs figured them out in the playoffs. When they shut Chet down in the playoffs. Kareem said, calling it Jason Kidd Coach of the Year. Do you see Jason Kidd being Coach of let me ask you this. Okay, well, no, let me ask you that first. Do you see Jason Kidd being Coach of the Year?
If we win 55 to 60 games, yeah, I think so. I mean, we have to win games.
Do you think we have to be the number 1 seed, or is it okay to be the number 2 seed and be Coach of the Year?
Number 1 seed for sure.
Okay, because right now I think what you said, Oklahoma could be the number 1 seed right now. Then maybe Mavs, and then Denver.
Denver, Minnesota. There's a couple teams out west that I think could cause problems.
We have some, like, Kareem's a Laker fan, so what do you think of the Lakers. What do you think that their odds of making the playoffs?
Mm. I mean, they've been playing pretty impressive to start the season,
I think
but
what's his name?
A- AD has to
Him.
keep playing at the level that he's playing at
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah,
I don't know if he can do that.
yeah, he's playing hella good right now. And I said that I said this after the first game. I said that's his team. It's not LeBron's team anymore. That's his team. Cuz he put up what week 1 he carried like he won that game for them. LeBron only had like 16 points. But well, what do you think's going to happen first? Nico's going to win GM of the year, or Jason Kidd's going to be winning Coach of the Year?
Mm, not sure. I'm gonna go with J Kidd.
Oh, come on, man! Nico put that team together. Jason Kidd didn't put
Yeah,
that team
but
together,
there's better rosters out there.
but not as good as the Mavs. They're more of a team. Look, this is what I said last year before Nico made those trades. Were the Mavericks on the pace to make the playoffs?
What was that?
I said you got sidetracked. Before before the trade last year, were the Mavericks on pace to make the playoffs last year?
Oh no, not really.
But Nico made those trades, and then what happened? They made it to the finals. And then he put this team together he has now. There seems to be a better team. I mean, not saying it's going to be a better team to actually win the championship, but it's a better team that, you don't have to sit there and be like, damn, who are we going to trade for to get? Or I don't see this team working together, because it actually looks a team that's like you said yourself. Like you said yourself, it's a team that they're still trying to work things out. They're trying to work things out, and they're still winning. So I just
because of the the roster changes they made.
Yeah. Cream said, "Coaching, you're just a hater." He's talking about me. I don't like Jason Kidd. I know you already know I don't like Jason Kidd.
Well, I mean, coaching has a lot to do with it too, though, because you're how do I explain it?
You got to make them work together. You have to find a way to put them together.
You have to figure out rotations.
Yeah,
Not everyone works well together. You have to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
like I said,
a lot of it has to do with coaching for sure.
I don't like Jason Kidd just because that one year where he shut the team down and they could have made the playoffs. And I know, don't get me wrong, I already said this already in the episodes before. I know it was from upper management that told him to do it, but I'm not going to get mad at at Mark Cuban because he bought me a shot. That's all I got to say about that.
I can't be mad because that got us Derek Lively. So
yeah, that's true. That is true. But that's all I got, Mr. Miguel. You have any questions or anything else you want to say before?
Nope. Not at all.
All right, I greatly appreciate it. Not sure how many times we're gonna have Mr. Miguel on again. I got to work out this contract thing with him. But hopefully we'll have him on again. We can talk some Mavs again. We can talk maybe some Stars because they're playing as well. A lot of people don't watch the Stars though, but we can always talk Stars. But we'll have Mr. Miguel on again. Thank you, Mr. Miguel.
For sure.
We're not off yet, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Miguel, bye. We're not off yet, ladies and gentlemen. I still got a couple of segments to do. It's only, we got to do the question of the day and put a shot on it. So let's get started. Let's start with the question of the day. How about that? Share screen. Bam. All right. Question of the day. What's one memory do you have for Halloween? It could be like a movie. It could be something that one time you dressed up as this. It could be one time you went to a haunted house and you pissed yourself. It could be anything. And I'm not mad he took us to the finals. I'm glad he took us to the finals. I'm just saying. I was upset before that, because I just felt like we had a team. I'm not going to say we had a team that was going to make it to the finals that year. but I wanted a team that was gonna, I felt like if we have Luka, one of the best players, let's see how far we can go. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, like I said, the question of the day is, what's one memory you have for Halloween? Like I said, it could have been a costume you wore, it could have been a party you went to, a haunted house you went to, or maybe one day you were out trick or treating as a kid and one house gave you something that you like. So just any memory you have of Halloween, let me know that. But moving right along, it's time for that segment. Put a shot on it. Last week I went 4-1. Scotty, damn it, Scotty didn't give me his pick, but I will. Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I forgot about that, Kareem. That was right. A Nightmare on My Street by Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. DJ Jazzy Jeff. That's pretty good. Y'all need to look that up on YouTube if y'all want to know what that is. That's a pretty badass song. But so I went 4-1 last week. The one I lost was the one that Scotty picked, the TCU Texas Tech game, and I went against TCU and they ended up winning, the sons of bitches. I went Tech over TCU. I can't stand TCU. Scared the shit out of you when you were younger. At the beginning when they started off, yeah, it's pretty scary, and then the rest of it just keeps going. So the first game I'm gonna do is gonna be actually Friday night. It's San Diego State versus Boise State. I'm gonna go Boise State. I'm just gonna stick with them. Hopefully they can keep winning because I want them to win out so they can make the playoffs. And I think if they can make the playoffs, we can kind of see how far they are with the rest of the college football, because they're a different conference. Of course, they're in the conference. Mountain West Conference, so they're not in the big conference like SEC, Big 12. So I kind of want them to keep winning, and maybe we can see where they're at in the playoffs, and we can kind of gauge it from there. And I've always been a Boise State ever since they beat Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl years back. I can't remember what year that was. But the other game I got is Ohio State, Penn State. I'm going Penn State. This game, I'm telling you, there's games I always tell each week to watch. This is one of them games I'm telling you to watch this Saturday night. I'm sure, I haven't even looked it up if it's going to be, but if I know Penn State, it's going to be a whiteout game. And when I say whiteout, I mean they call it a whiteout game, and everybody fucking listens. Everybody understands wears white. And it's pretty badass. So I highly recommend y'all watching that game. That's, I always tell y'all what game, hey, I highly recommend watching. That's the game I really want y'all to watch, especially from the beginning, because when that crowd is jumping, it's loud, it's crazy. So really watch that game from the beginning. Penn State, Ohio State. I got Penn State. The next game, I got Pitt and SMU. Of course, SMU, Dallas. We're gonna go with SMU. They're ranked 20th. Pitt is ranked 18th. It's gonna be a big game. They're playing, like I said, at SMU. I think it should be a good game. I'm wanting SMU to win because I would love SMU to be there in the SEC championship game. Scott did pick too, Miami. But I think it'll be a pretty good game, SMU, Miami in the SEC championship game. So that's why I'm going to SMU. The last game I got is Baylor TCU. And you know who I'm going with. Sick'em Bears. Let's go. I got Baylor beating TCU. So those are my 4 games. If there's a game y'all would love for me to choose and for me to put a shot on it, let me know and I'll make my prediction. If I'm wrong, I will take a shot Saturday at 9 o'clock. I will get on, pay off my bets. I might talk a little bit about some of the games that came on that I watched Saturday. But that's about it. For Put a Shot on It segment. Woo, woo. Moving right along. It's time for Last Word. One thing I said, and today, thank you very much for y'all being on. Thank you, Scotty, for showing up. Thank you for Miguel for being on. I greatly appreciate y'all being on and the chat being active. Again, I got 27 subs. I'm trying to get to 50. The goal is 50. I still haven't decided what we're gonna do yet. I mean, I still got a little bit to go. But you see the ticker's going up. Like I said, it was 26, and now it's 27 today. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget, turn the notifications on, let you know when I'm on. I know a lot of y'all, I send y'all text message. Send that link to the next person. Pass it right along. Tell them, hey, check out my friend, check out my son, check out my cousin, check out my buddy. Well, whatever you like, let them know. Tell me what you think. Tell you, I'm trying to do my own little sports show. If they want to be active on the chat, I'd be grateful. Again, today, like I said, today was a good day. I got up to 8 people watching at one time. On average, I think I was at least at 7 on average. So I greatly appreciate that. Next show again is Saturday at 9:00. That's when I'll be doing my paying off my bets, my debt if I have any. We'll be back Tuesday and Thursday next week. So this week, like I said, we're had some stuff come up. So that's why I only had one show the last 2 weeks. And last but not least, y'all remember me telling y'all, hey, I want to take y'all on a journey with me. I got to lose weight. I gained a lot of weight. In high school, I was at 135. I'm at 268, so I damn near gained about 130 pounds. So I'm on a pace. I want to get a little healthier lifestyle. I am in my 40s. So as of today, I'm down 4 pounds. I'm at 264. Haven't really been working out. I am going to physical therapy because I've been having the lower back issues. But that is because I am a little bit overweight. But I am down 4 pounds. I'm trying to eat differently, eat less. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm still like eating differently. I'm still eating some of the kind of same things. But I'm just trying to eat less and not sit there and eat late. So, but I am down 4 pounds. Like I said, 264. Can't you see it? Look at it. Yep. Almost see my abs. So, still gonna keep going on my journey. I'm not taking my shirt off the entire show, Kareem. So, but I they words of encouragement. Throw up my food. Hey, it might work. But the words of encouragement from the first time I was telling y'all to now, I'm not giving up. I'm just like I said, I have to start. I actually started physical therapy this week for my lower back, but like I said, it's because one thing is because I am overweight. So, thank you. It's been a good night. I know I didn't talk a lot of Cowboys. I'm thinking maybe if I don't talk Cowboys this week, maybe they'll win. But we'll be back on it again. I'm gonna be streaming gaming on probably Friday and Saturday. So we'll talk college football then. I mean not college football, Cowboys football then. So feel free to join. Again, I have the chat up when I'm gaming, so I can see if anybody puts anything in the chat. So feel free if you see me playing games, join the chat. It's not the food, it's the beer. It's both. I do it. I have a beer in my hand and a food in the other hand. I'm just like I'm double fisting. That's how I roll. I'm no punk bitch. But like I said, actually this I haven't had a beer. This is the first beer I had in probably about 3 weeks. I've been drinking liquor, but I don't even like it's not even that. I don't even drink like to get drunk. I'll have maybe 2 glasses of liquor and that's it. Like I don't even smoke crack. And that might work. But yeah, I really don't drink that much as I used to. Like a lot of people on here who knows me, I used to drink like heavy. I was a heavy drinker. I was down 6 beers in 1 hour, and that's the truth. That's no lie. So, but again, thank y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Don't forget safety first, damn teamwork. Again, I'll be back on Saturday night. Y'all have a good night or Friday night streaming some video games. So y'all join me on then. So y'all have a good night.